after a 4-game sweep of the Seattle Mariners. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Cusack. Thanks for joining us here on the South Side. Now, as the White Sox look for their 11th straight win here at home, Freddie Garcia takes the mound, looking to bounce back from his most recent outing, where he lasted just 1 1/3 innings after giving up 5 earned runs. Now, Garcia is 6-1 in his last 10 starts, so Ozzie said he has no worries that his righty can rebound.
Oh, he does. You know, he's a veteran pitcher. He's know what he's doing. He got confidence in himself. He's throwing the ball real well. He's healthy. He went through it before. I mean, I don't see why not go back and bounce back the right way.
It's just you try to forget the last one, you know, whether good or bad, and he's worked for the next start. You know, he's been working the last 5 days, getting ready and preparing himself for this game and go out and do what he's been doing. You know, Freddie's had a little hiccup here about once every 5 weeks or so, and I was hoping that he has another 5-week stretch here where he goes out and dominates like he has been.
It hasn't just been standout starting pitching that's helped put the Sox atop the AL Central, but also lights-out relief. Last night, J.J. Putz extended a franchise record with his 27th consecutive scoreless appearance. Matt Thornton made his 17th straight, and Sergio Santos his 6th straight scoreless appearance. And as a whole, the bullpen hasn't allowed a run yet this series against Seattle, continuing to get the job done.
I mean, it's a deep bullpen, you know, a lot of power arms out there, and I think the fact that we are so deep, you don't really find guys getting, you know, kind of abused out there. We're able to get our rest when we need it and keeps us sharp.
I think it's more just keeping the team in the game. You know, your goal is to do whatever you can to keep the game right where it's at when we get an inning of work in. As a whole, I think we've just been doing a great job out there. You know, we have, you know, like you said, Sergio, JJ, myself, Bobby. You know, throwing a lot of games that are tied or one-run games, and then everyone else. You know, Tony Peña's been, you know, just a huge cog of our offense, our pitching. I'm sorry, and just done a great job of filling in no matter where they ask him to pitch, and everyone just, you know, steps up and does their job right now.
Freddie Garcia and David Pauly facing off. First pitch is just moments away. Hawk and Stoney have the call for you coming up right here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Presented by Allstate. And the White Sox carry a 1-game lead into action tonight against these Mariners, trying to sweep in a 4-game series. And Seattle leads off with Ichiro. Then it's Figgins, Kochman, Gutierrez, Saunders smoke the DH with the Wilsons back-to-back in the lineup. And Rob Johnson in the middle. Here's the defense left to right. Pierre, Rios, and Quinn in the infield. Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Kate. Ramon Castro behind the plate. The Toyota starting pitcher is Freddie Garcia. Freddie looking for his 10th win of the year, and this is 19th start. His ERA up there, but Freddie's all about winning, not about anything else. Tonight's weather, it's gorgeous, 74 degrees, 54% humidity, winds out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Very nice. Umpires, Jerry Lane, Mike Muchlinski, Corey Blazer, Hunter Wendelstead. And we're ready to play baseball. And I'm ready to throw it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet as Ichiro Suzuki looks at first pitch strike from the 33-year-old veteran right-hander, Freddie Garcia. That's fouled back. Ichiro comes in hitting at 308, 3 homers. He's driven in 27. Mariners come in hitting at 235 as ball club. Wow. But they have a very fine 3.98 team ERA. Out in front of that one. Ichiro has faced Freddie 24 times. He has 8 hits, 7 of which stayed in the park.
He's one of the few guys that can wait back long enough on just about anything that Freddie throws.
As that ball smoked fair down the line. So the leadoff at least double. Now he's going to give it a go. Now he pulls up.
Ichiro might have been able to make it to third, but he figured with nobody out, why take a risk? Freddie throws a straight change, and Ichiro able to get out in front. He'll keep his hands back enough to rope it down the line past Mark Kotze.
Well, we've never seen a guy ever keep his hands back better than Ichiro. Never. So here's Figgins. He's got a job to do. Pops it up. Castro is there, and a big out.
Well, Figgins in this city has made a couple of terrible bunts. Take another look at it. He just drops ahead of the bat on the high fastball. Freddie threw it where he wanted to, kept it up, and that's a big out.
Indeed it is. So here's Kochman hitting at 221. 7 homers. He's driven in 30. 0 for 7 lifetime off Garcia. And here at beautiful USA Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Well, just a beautiful evening here in the beautiful city. There's the strike, and the count 0-1.
Month of July, when Casey Kochman has got a chance to play a bit more, his batting average is a whole lot better than it was early.
Double hit, add 2. And the count 0-2. He did not go. And the count. A ball and 2 strikes to the 27-year-old former Angel. Outfield straight up, spread out. And that's low. 2-2. Finale of this 4-game set. Sox trying to sweep. And there's a base hit. Wine's going to get it back in. Kochman on his way to second. And a double by Ichiro, a double by Kochman, and it is 1-0 Seattle.
RBI number 31. Looked like Juan hesitated a bit before he got that ball in. They were going to run on him anyway. That ball is a changeup, but it's up in the zone, and Kochman able to drive it into left center. Juan gets to it. Can't stop Kochman from coasting into second.
And here's Gutierrez. Franklin hitting at 245, 9 homers. He's driven in 41. Takes that breaking ball low and away. He's 1 for 9 in the series. Lifetime against Freddie is 2 for 6 with a homer. This is the 10th and final meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 9, Sox have won 8. There's a strike. We played Seattle 6 times here, and we have won 6 times.
Very tough to sweep a season series from anybody in your ballpark.
Post didn't get it, and the count 2-1. Well, it's tough to sweep a 3-game series. Even tougher, obviously, to sweep a 4-game series. You don't do that very often.
Ozzie looking out. His team has won 10 in a row at U.S. Cellular.
And 17 of 18. Three and 1 to count. With Michael Saunders, the young outfielder, on deck.
Gutierrez came up originally with the Dodgers, but he got to the big leagues with the Indians, where he was a solid player. He's become a very good player with Seattle.
Goes through that in the full count.
Offensive numbers down for him this year. You saw the graphic there. That pretty much sums it up for this entire Seattle team. They put together a pretty decent ball club, but there's a whole lot of guys not living up to their normal offensive production.
Payoff. Fouled, and that's going to be into the seats for a souvenir.
Young lady made a nice catch on the rebound.
Well, Gutierrez, still a young guy, just 27 years old, has established himself as an everyday solid center fielder. That ball is hammered. But one. Boy, thank goodness it took a nosedive. That's a humpback line drive right there for out number 2. That's a hang woofum for Gutierrez.
If he gets under that at all, that's going to be out of the ballpark. But on a sinking line drive where you get a lot of overspin, Pierre was able to make the catch. And Gutierrez is not going to hit too many harder than this. Fortunately, no backspin.
So here's Saunders. Hitting at 236, 8 homers. He's driven in 25. He's just 23 years old. And takes first pitch strike. Turns that one over, sinks it low and away to even the count at 1.
I think before it's over for Saunders, he's going to be a very solid major league player. Just learning his craft, still a very young man, but he's shown some flashes of power.
And Alexei's got him? Yes. But they get on the board. Leadoff double by Ichiro. The one-out double by Kochman. After a half inning of play, it's the Mariners 1, and the good guys coming back.
Pierre is going to lead it off again. Vizquel. Then it's Rios, Canerco, Quinton, Mark Kotze at first base, Alexi Ramirez, Castro, and Gordon Beckham playing second, hitting ninth. The defense. Behind David Pauly, left to right, Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro. In the infield, Josh Wilson, Jack Wilson, Figgins, and Kochman. Rob Johnson behind the plate. And there you take a look at our Toyota starting pitcher, David Pauly. On for his fourth start of the year, the ERA very good.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours, as that's down low to Juan Pierre. Juan comes in at 257. He is 5 for 11 in this series with a couple of RBIs. And the count 2-0.
Pauly's going to throw fastball, straight change. Those are his top two pitches, and will occasionally throw some sliders.
There's the strike. Sox come in hitting at 260 as a club with a 3.93 ERA. Sox 30 and 19 here at home. Overall 56 and 44. There's a broken bat. Wilson. 1 out.
Well, last night, for one of the few times in recent memory, maybe the second actually, the starting pitcher had some problems. Mark Burley last night went 5 innings. And then the bullpen just came in throwing fire. Santos, Thornton, Putz, and Jenks just got the job done. That's what a hot team will do.
Well, Bobby touched 99 last evening 3 times. And he did not have a rolling breaking ball. He had a snapdragon.
Well, you could tell he had a lot of confidence in his stuff, because many times he just reached back and said, here, you try to hit this one.
Well, I just love his body language the last couple of times out.
Yeah. Well, I think he probably got a little tired of people asking about his velocity and went out there and showed him that it's still there.
Here's the 2-0. And the count 2-1 to Omar, hitting at 276. And that's outside 3-1.
Well, for the better part of 2.5 weeks, Omar has been one of the great offensive contributors. We kind of take for granted that he'll be spectacular at third, but offensively he's been equally as tough.
And a full count. Well, we wouldn't be here without him.
Nope. He's been a vital cog in what has become a pretty solid baseball team, top to bottom.
And there's a base hit. Just serves it out there into left center. Didn't try to do too much.
Well, there's a veteran hitter looking at a pitching pattern and figuring just exactly what to do, because every pitch was away. 3-1 fastball was away. 3-2 fastball was away. Earlier in the count, he got a couple of strikes away. Can't continue to do that to anybody, but especially a guy that's headed to the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's his 2,753rd hit. So here's Alex. Takes ball 1. Alex comes in hitting it 310. 16 homers, 59 driven in, 3 for 11 in this series with a couple of RBIs. And lifetime against David Pauly is 4 for 4 with a homer.
Drove in the first run last night with a base hit in the first inning.
And he drove in a winning run last night. And he's going to have to hurry right here, or you can rack him up. Rack him up. And that'll retire the side. After 1, it is 1-0 Mariners. Inning, it'll be Smoke. Justin Smoke to lead it off, followed by Josh Wilson and then Rob Johnson. Takes ball one. Now, Mariners will finish this game, board their charter, and head on over to Minneapolis. A 3-game set against the Twins. And of course, we will have the Oakland A's coming to town tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday.
We're going to face 3 left-handed starters.
Anderson, Braden, and Gio Gonzalez. There's a strike. And the count 2-1 to another 23-year-old coming over from the Rangers and that Cliff Lee deal. That's just a hard strike, and the count evens at 2. And in case you did not hear, Roy Oswalt is no longer a Houston Astro.
Traded to the Phillies. Jay Happ was the major leaguer that came with a couple of minor leaguers. Buck Showalter has a job, hired by the Baltimore Orioles.
Checks it up, fouls it off.
That's what's happened today. Padres get Miguel Tejada from the Orioles. And Jorge Cantu.
I like Cantu. I've always liked Jorge Cantu.
Good solid hitter. Comes over into a hitter's ballpark with the Rangers, who are very busy.
Alexei, that's one out. Well, one thing about Cantu, what I like about him is don't tell me what you hit. Tell me when you hit it. He is a good RBI guy. He's a good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitter. So one out, and that'll bring up Josh Wilson. Hitting at .262, a homer. He's driven in 14. And that hit him. That's just the second guy that Freddie Garcia has hit this year.
Well, he certainly wasn't trying to hit him on this one, because you put a guy who can run fairly well, although it hasn't shown up in his stolen bases.
He's 3 for 3 in that category. And here's Rob Johnson hitting at 195. Takes first pitch strike. And second inning. And at Rangers ballpark, Texas leading Oakland 2-1. Earlier today, David Price and the Rays defeated Detroit 4-2. Nice pick by Castro.
After the series against Oakland, we get the day off on Monday and then head to Detroit. And the Tigers scuffling. There you look at the standings up to date. Detroit 5.5 games back, pending the outcome of tonight's game here. The Twins a full game back.
1-2 the count.
Outfield straightaway, not overly deep. Johnson has just a couple of home runs this year.
Just off the corner. Long set by Freddie. There he goes. He gone. And the stolen base. He is 4 for 4.
The throw, Gordon and the baseball got to approximately the same spot at the same time. And this ball gets away. Would have been safe anyway. So now you face Jack Wilson, a tough hitter against us, in an RBI situation.
Yes, he is. He plays well against us with the leather and the lumber. He's hitting .253. Lays off that one. And the count 1-0. 2 for 9 in this series, and lifetime against Freddie is 2 for 9. And that's high. That's a can of corn into right center. Carlos is there, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across. There were no hits, no errors. 1 left. And after an inning and a half, 1-0 Seattle. And Stone Pony, we were just talking about last inning. It's tough to sweep a 4-game series.
Well, it is that, but Freddie seems to now have gotten a little bit better after a shaky first inning, and I think they can certainly get to Paulie. So we came back last night from 5-1 down. The hill isn't that far at this point, and Paulie has to go through the middle of the order.
And here's our Paulie, who has homered in Game 1 of the series, in Game 2 of the series, and in Game 3 of the series. He has homered 4 straight, twice in his career, as that first ball hunting pops it up. Josh Wilson makes the catch for out number 1. And with 1 out, let's check out our picks to click tonight. And you can play too. All you got to do is tune into the Felco pregame live each game to see Ozzy's lineup, then make your selection. And tonight, White Sox fans watching at home have voted for Paul Konerko. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, are taking Carlos Quentin. Stone Pony's going with Mark Kotze, and I'm going to ride these guys hard and put them away wet. Mike Spadali, Pete Catazone, Mike Mazza, the Bertucci boys, and Anthony Bertucci. We're going to go with Ramon Castro, Bobby and Bruno's nephew, Anthony. Is there his first pitch strike to Carlos Quentin?
We certainly want to thank the Bertuccis for sending up some combos last night. Italian beef and Italian sausage. Boy, if those guys were Italian, they could really cook.
Good. Carlos hitting at .234. 19 homers he's driven in 66.
We had a look at Paulie out in Seattle. He actually threw fairly well. He lost that one 3-1, but he gave up 3 runs in 6 innings. That's his longest start of the year. Gave up 8 hits, kept the ball around the plate most of the time, and tried to make it sink.
Well, his best pitch was his changeup, doesn't he? as that's out number 2. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 more guests during the 2K10 season. You can purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. Of course, that's the Bertucci Boys domain out there in right field. The more tickets you order, the more money you save. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Now, Mark is carrying a heavy burden. Not only a couple of bats burned, but he is my pick to clip. See if he can overcome that.
I doubt it.
It's been very difficult. Looking at the scoreboard, been a tough year.
Going to the count. Yeah, Marcus, last 3 weeks has been absolutely hanging on nothing but line drives and coming up in. Breaking ball, good pitch by Paulie. Good check right there by Glatze. Paulie will get it and throw it. And that's low, 2-2.
There you see the last outing, only 1 walk. Sinker was good. The changeup was a little bit better. It's not going to be overpowering.
High towering drive to Ichiro. Can of corn for him. That'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go to the third. 1-0 Elms. Order. Ichiro, Figgins, and Koch to face Freddie Garcia. And that ball's trouble. That's the first ball we've seen him hit over our left fielder's head since he's been in a Mariner uniform. So he picks up his second double.
Well, usually he tries to flip the ball out that way. But that time, he went after it and drove it to left field. Juan, as you would expect, was playing him shallow and over toward the line and had no chance. Now we'll see if Figgins, who does have a chance, is actually able to execute this time.
He tried to bunt it back in the first inning after that leadoff double by Ichiro and popped it up to Ramon Castro. There goes. And Freddie's going to have to hurry. No, stick in your pocket. So trouble brewing right here.
If Freddie didn't look back at Ichiro, he would have stolen third base easily, even if Figgins doesn't bunt the ball. And normally, when a hitter sees a base runner get this kind of jump, even if they're thinking about bunting, they don't bunt.
Yeah, he's going to steal that base. He's standing up.
Figgins lays down a perfect bunt. Runners at the corners, nobody out.
So Kochman had an RBI double in the left center. We got good speed aboard. Between them, they have 49 stolen bases. There's first pitch strike. Outfield for the most part, straight up. There goes Figgins. That ball is hit high and deep and foul.
Kochman originally signed by the Angels. He was a first-round draft pick in 2001. Then he went to Atlanta in the deal that brought Atlanta Mark Teixeira. For being acquired by the Red Sox from Atlanta and now finding his way to Seattle via Boston.
There he goes again. And there's another foul ball. Figgins 26 for 32 in stolen bases. He's set on point.
Situation here where you might want to think about a pitch out. The only thing you waste is one pitch. You're already up 0-2. Figgins has run twice.
Make it 3 times. And he's safe.
They did pitch out. They had him dead to rights, but Figgins was able to adjust and get back in just under the tag.
Alexei did everything he could.
Yeah, the execution on the side of the Sox was perfect. It just that Figgins was able to put on the brakes and get back. Very few guys could have done that.
One and 2. He's on point again. There he goes again. Another pitch out. Now, you got to watch. Give it to him, the man who can see the runner at third. There, Gordon. He gone. 1 out.
Two pitch outs in a row. Figgins went 4 times in a row, and this time when he put on the brakes, Ramon did it right. It goes 2-6, 3, 4, and Gordon runs him down.
We didn't see any action at all from Ichiro right there because there was nobody out. If there was one out, he may have come down that line a little harder, so to speak. So now the infield in, and the 2-2 to Kochman. Gutierrez on deck and the payoff pitch. Lined into left field. Pierre is there and makes the catch. Ichiro will tag and score. And it is 2-0.
Kochman's been up twice, hit the ball hard twice, and he's now driven in 2 runs, which are the only 2 that the Mariners had. That one drifting away stays right with it.
That was almost a blueprint of the same pitch he hit for that double in left center. So if Freddie can get out of that jam with just 1 run, that bodes well for him. As here is Gutierrez. Takes a breaking ball strike. He hit a humpback line drive out to 1 in left field. Ball got out there about halfway and just nose dived over. And the count 0-2. Nice pitch, change up. And a good job. Men on first and third. Nobody out. They only get one, and they lead it 2-0.
Poll question: if you could make one trade this year, what would you do? A, add a power hitting lefty. B, add some bullpen help. C, add a fifth starter. Or D, nothing. Leave the team as it is. Text A, B, C, or D to 53695. You can stick around with us for the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live for final results, or visit csnchicago.com.
2-0 bad guys. It'll be Alexei, Castro, and Beckham. Face David Pauly in there as they hitting a hole. Look at this gun. Can't hit him though. Great effort by Jack Wilson.
Well, he did it last night. Pretty much the same type of way that Alexei has done it at shortstop. Same slide, only this time was forced to take another step, and it was Ramirez going up the line.
So here's Ramon hitting at 294, 3 homers. He's driven in 11. Ball hit down the line. Alexei's going to make the turn. He will go into third. So runners at the corners, nobody out.
Castro just rifled that ball by Josh Wilson. He had no chance. He took one step, thought about diving, and then thought how ridiculous it would look if he drove and that ball was halfway into the outfield. I see easily making it to third base, knowing that Saunders going to have to go in the corner to retrieve it.
So Mike Spadali, Pete Catazone, Mike Mazza, the Bertucci boys, and Anthony Bertucci's pick to click. Ramon Castro comes through. And here's Beckham. Breaking ball? No. Gordon 3 for 10 with a homer and 3 RBIs in this series. Had a big 2-run homer. In fact, in my opinion, that was the big hit for us last night. That was after we were trailing 5-1 after an inning and a half. He put us right back into it with that 2-run homer in the bottom of the second. Changed the whole momentum around.
Last 16 games, Gordon's been hitting everything in sight.
And if you missed that home run last night, after Andrew Jones had doubled, poof.
Last time Ichiro didn't have a chance for any heroics. That ball was deep in the bullpen.
Well, if Kotsay had hit it, he would have made the catch.
The way Mark is going, yes. I agree with you.
Gap out there in left center. And the 2-1. Good eye. 3 balls and a strike. He got to catbird seat with Juan Pierre on deck.
The one thing we know in the way the base runners are set up, Ramon is not going to get picked off first.
Oh, he had a good pitch to hit right there and cut his swing short.
Most hitters love low fastballs, and he got one.
Just a little short on it. Fouls that one back. We have a moment real quick. Big congratulations go out to our buddy Roberto Rios and his family on the birth of their son, Lucas Joaquin Rios, yesterday, 8 pounds, 4 ounces long. And congratulations, Roberto, good man. Oh, baby.
8 pounds?
Yeah. And that's ball 4. That will load him up with nobody out.
It was.
So here's one. Broke his bat and grounded out to the shortstop, Jack Wilson. Takes it low and away. Omar Vizquel on deck.
If he misses again, we've got a good chance to see Rick Adair, their pitching coach, go out try to settle Paulie down some.
And the count 2-0.
That's going to be Johnson going out to talk with him. When your stuff is normally marginal, and that's what Paulie's is, you can't really afford to miss your spots very often. Don Wakamatsu looking on. His club is really struggling. And we hope to make those struggles continue one more time.
Taking all the way, and the count 2 balls and a strike. Outfield around to the left. Nice gap out there in right center. Good speed at third and good speed at first. There's a shot, base hit. Thank you very much. That's going to score a pair. Beckham in to third on the double by Pierre. And this game is tied at 2. Yeah. Don't stop now, boys.
RBI's 22 and 23 for Juan Pierre, who just rifled it over Wilson's head. This one right down the line in a perfect spot, and that does bring Rick Adair out from the dugout.
11th two-bagger for Pierre. Now, Ducks on the pond, still nobody out. And the totals on the board identical at 2-4-0.
Very good speed on the bases for the Sox. And Paulie in a big world of trouble.
Omar, a line drive single into left center. Takes ball 1. Rios on deck. And there's a shot just fouled. Kochman, he was even with the bag off the line at first. You got Figgins back. And Omar has been so adept in his career at pulling that ball to the right side in situations like this. And that's going to fall for the base hit. Watch out. So Beckham scores. Sox lead at 3-2 on the base hit by Omar Vizquel. Here in the third.
It was clear that Omar went up there. He was going to hit this ball to the right side regardless of where Paulie threw it. And it turned into gold as that ball hooking toward the line away from Ichiro. RBI number 19. Still nobody out with runners at the corners.
Omar, like his former mate at second base, the Keystone combination of Roberto Alomar and Omar Vizquel, you don't have to tell them anything. Nope. And that's the reason, in my opinion, Vizquel's going to make a heck of a manager one day.
If he wants it, he can certainly do that.
So here's Rios. Takes it up high. As Roberto would make a heck of a manager if he didn't have a back problem.
Omar told me, and we talked about just that very thing, told me that he didn't think that Roberto will manage. But he believes, and he said, look, I still think I can play, and if I'm still feeling this good, I'll play again. But he said he definitely wanted to manage when his career was over.
And the count 2-0. Well, when Ozzie joined us, after about his third year, I said it once during his career here, I said it 100 and 150 times. One day he's going to make a heck of a manager. And that has been the case, and the same thing's going to hold true with Vizquel. As there's a strike, and the count 2-1. Those guys that you don't have to tell anything to, they know what to do.
Seven loosening up in the bullpen, and he's loosening up in a hurry as Paulie has run into a buzzsaw here in the third.
And they're going to turn it again. Alex gets into 2 double plays. Meanwhile, Juan scores, and it's a 4-2 Sox lead. So here's Paulie. Paulie popped up on the first pitch he saw. To Josh Wilson at third. Breaking ball, that's high. And the count 2-0. Turn him loose, Oz.
How about Bautista's year? 30 home runs.
Taking all the way. There's one area that we're easy to scout from other teams.
Yeah, most
3-0
guys going to take it.
And there is ball 4. So the second walk of the inning, and that'll bring up Carlos Quentin. Outside. Carlos grounded out to Jack Wilson at short. Let's get it cranked right back up here with 2 outs, Carlos. And there's a single in the left. Don't stop now, boys. And a reminder, this is your chance to win an A.J. Pierzynski jersey and tell the White Sox what you think. Simply log on to your computer and take a quick survey. Your answers are confidential, so visit whitesox.com/survey. You must complete this survey before tonight's game ends.
Well, I would think that this would be it for Paulie. Saw Rick Adair on the phone. Wakamatsu coming out. He just wanted to be assured that the left-hander Seddon was loosened up in the bullpen, and he is. And that's it for David Paulie tonight. So as Seddon comes in, we'll step out and be back after these messages.
As we welcome the Oakland A's to the South Side. White Sox A's tomorrow night at 7 right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Alexis pursuing perfection called to the pen is Chris Seddon. Left-hander threw 3 innings against us in one stint out in Seattle. That was his longest outing of his major league career. On for the 5th time, 1-0 record, 1.08 on the ERA. And left-handers have yet to get a hit off him.
So 2 on, 2 out, 4 in here in the bottom of the 3rd if you're just joining us. And here's Kotsay. He had a high towering fly ball to Ichiro in right field. Takes ball 1. 9th hitter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. And a count 2-0. Don't help him out. Takes it up, takes a strike. Long set by Seddon. And there's a chopper 2 hopper, and that'll retire the side, but not before a nice crooked number goes up on that board. A 4 spot. We're into the 4th, leading 4-2.
fourth meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
4-2 Sox. Top of the fourth inning. Drops a little slow curveball. Michael Saunders leading off. He grounded out to short his first trip. Outfield straight up. And the count 0-2. Good looking young player. And that ball into right field. It's a can of corn for Carlos.
And Freddie is right. He's got most every hitter just consistently reaching for the ball. You can tell yourself to stay back, and he'll throw you a straight change. If you're left-handed, out away, then drop a very slow hook on you. And that time, he had Saunders well out on the front foot. Couldn't get anything into the swing.
Well, the big pitch for Freddie is his fastball. Even though he's not going to throw it for, hopefully, throw it for many strikes. No, he's just going to show it to you. And that's what's going to get you out there way off balance.
And occasionally, what he'll do with a fastball, keeping it out of the zone, but throwing it head high when he's got a couple of strikes on it.
A show me pitch.
There was a day when he would show you everything, and it came in there in a hurry.
When he first came up with the Mariners, you should talk to some of our hitters. They said he had as good a stuff as anybody in the league. Well, he was throwing 95, 96, occasionally 97.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers bear it out. His first year with Seattle, he was 17-8. It was in 1999.
A bit low.
2001, he went 18-6. Led the league in ERA at 3.04. He led the league in innings pitched at just under 240.
2-2 to Smoke. And that's going to be top foul. And you can stop by the Comcast Fundamentals deck at US Cellular Field for the ultimate game day experience. You can visit the Comcast dugout to see official Sox equipment, take photos next to life-size player cutouts, and listen to updates about the White Sox pitching staff on the Xfinity Voice dugout phone, all brought to you by the great folks at Comcast. Once again, the 2-2 to Justin Smoke. That's the souvenir right side. And make your plans to be with us tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, for the finale of this homestand. Tomorrow night, Daniel Hudson against Brett Anderson. Can't make it to the ballpark. The game will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet on Saturday. Johnny Dykes against Dallas Braden. And that game also on Comcast Sportsnet. And on Sunday, Gavin Floyd against Gio Gonzalez. And that game over WGN. And once again, the 2-2. Nice crowd on hand on a beautiful evening here in the beautiful city. Broken bat. Batsade's got him. And that's out number 2.
Freddie battled him. He invited Smoke to do what he's done in 2 at-bats, which is hit the ball very hard and very foul down the right field line, just piling up the strikes, and then eventually he goes and gets them.
So here's Josh Wilson. He was hit by a pitch and then picked up his 4th stolen base. Takes a strike. Well, I'm glad Mully is feeling a little better right now.
Well, I'm sure he's feeling much better.
After 2.5, he wasn't feeling so good.
We didn't wait quite as long as last night when we fell down 4 runs. Came back and got him.
Yeah, if you missed that game last night, they scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second. And then Burley bowed his neck, went 5. Bullpen came in, and
that was it.
Send it to Cooperstown.
Come again tomorrow night?
There was some fire coming up on that thing last night, boy. Whew. The 1-2. High pop up. Alex coming on. He's there, makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Freddie. Then we'll go to the bottom of the 4th.
Who holds the Mariners' rookie record for most home runs in a season? You ponder that. We'll get back to you with the answer somewhere down the road.
4-6-0 for our guys, 2-4-0 for their guys. It'll be lower third of our order. Alexei, Castro, and Beckham. They started off that 4-run third. Alexei with a ground ball deep in the hole, beat it out for the single. And he pulls the string on him with the first pitch. And that is into right field. Ichiro. 1 out. And you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at WhiteSox.com.
Seddon appeared in 7 games with the Florida Marlins in 2007. Originally selected by Tampa Bay. That was in the 5th round of the 2001 draft, so he's been around a while.
The 1-strike pitch. The ball hit high and deep. Way back. Saunders looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Number 4 for Castro. And the Sox lead it 5-2. Spadali, Catazole, Mazza, the Bertucci boys. They can pick them.
That was a towering blast. 4 and 12 on the power numbers. Our Ford home run replay. Mo doesn't get a chance to play too often, but when he does, he makes his presence felt. He's hitting over 300.
Well, just to put it plain, Ramon's had a great year.
I think he's had a terrific year.
That's outside. And the count 2-0. Gordon walked last inning and scored. And the count 3-0. And there's one. Just tuning in, Tampa Bay this afternoon beat the Tigers 4-2. David Price on the bump. He's had a couple of good pitches to hit. He had a couple of good pitches to hit in that first at bat. And right there, he had a 3-1 cookie and all over it, just underneath it. Another souvenir. Right side. And of course, with that home run by Castro, the Alex Snellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities. For every Sox home hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 114. So $11,400 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursa. There's a shot. Stay fair. It will. Thank you. Right down into the corner. Don't stop now, boys.
$20 doubles for Gordon Beckham. Sutton tried to get that fastball inside. Gordon wouldn't hear of it. And as it rattles around, he coasts into second base. The Sox looking for at least another insurance run.
There's one. He picked up a pair with that bases loaded double last inning. He's 1 for 2. And there's a strike. Gosh, with 5 runs on 8 hits. And the count 2-1. Vizquel on deck. There's a chopper 2 hopper. And 2 out. And here comes Omar. He is 2 for 2 with an RBI. All right, Omar. Right man, right place, right time, right now. Pick him up. That's up high.
Saunders is playing fairly deep in left field. Not so for Gutierrez and Ichiro in center and right.
One pitch. Up the middle. Wilson's got him. And that'll do it for the Sox. Pick up one more and a long home run by Ramon Castro. We'll go to the 5th leading 5-2. Rob Johnson, the catcher, will lead it off. Takes first pitch, fastball, strike. Johnson 0 for 1, a strikeout victim. The only one that Freddie has so far tonight. Five two good guys, 5-8-0 for us, 2-4-0 for them. And the count 1-2.
He's using all of his stuff tonight. He's throwing the splitter. He's throwing the straight change. Few slow overhand curveballs. The slider going on occasion.
Two and two the count. He gone. Two down. And a reminder, you can text Subway to 53695. And if you are the 500th texter, you could win $5 footlong subs. Subway. So here is Jack Wilson. He went out to Carlos. Omar at the cut of the grass at third. Outfield around to the right. Bit of a gap in left center. Katse halfway at first. And the count 2-0. Top of the fifth inning down in Texas. Rangers leading Oakland 3-1. Come back and get him, Freddie. No walks. The last thing you want to do, leading by 3, walk anybody.
He's thrown 3 fastballs in a row, all inside to Wilson.
There's a strike. Texas comes in with a 7.5 game lead over the A's. 8.5 over the hill. And a full count.
Dinner time.
And the payoff.
Itro's had a very good night. 2 at-bats, 2 doubles, 2 runs.
And that's a can of corn in the center field. 2 out. Well, he's been all over Freddie each way. He hit a ball over on what would have been over the head of Juan Pierre in left field back in the 3rd inning. One short hop defense. First time we've ever seen him do that. And that'll tell you one thing, man. He feels very confident he can drive the ball that way.
Well, it also invites the ball coming inside, which is something he can handle.
Well, that's his first double in the 1st inning.
Yeah.
Laid down the first baseline. Takes a breaking ball. 36-year-old veteran. Going to be a 2-time Hall of Fame. And the count 0-2. One of the greatest right fielders you will ever see.
Well, he's so well schooled at everything. I mean, if you watch his base running, he cuts the bases perfectly. He sets up for throws unbelievably well. Very accurate with a strong arm.
Just flips that one over into the Sox dugout. Yeah, that's one reason he's one of the greatest right fielders you'll ever see. Does everything. He has no downside.
Career in Japan, career here. 9 consecutive 200-hit seasons, and he'll probably have a 10th. Of course, he set the all-time record with 262 hits. That's a lot of hits.
He probably gets more swings per at bat on an average than anybody in baseball. Gordon will suck this one up. And that is 8 in a row retired by Freddie Garcia. We're halfway home. It's southpaw time. Thank you very much, buddy. As here's Rios. Alex 0 for 2 tonight. Five, 8-0 for us. 2, 4-0 for them. That ball hit hard. Stretch. Stretch. Nope. Right back in front of that Walgreens sign. One out.
Alex hit that ball pretty hard. Unfortunately, the wrong part of the ballpark.
Here's Paulie. 0 for 1. He's popped the third and walked. Paulie has homered in 3 straight games. Now has 24 to go along with those 70 RBIs. And he's got the catbird suit. Takes it right there. And the count right back to the seat. 3-1. And that's ball 4. So the first walk issued by Seddon. And here comes Carlos. Carlos is grounded to short and singles sharply into left field. And that's foul right back. Stone Pony, no, not quite.
Ooh, just over to the right, in front of Gene Honda.
And 0-1 pitch. Very quickly, 0-2 to Quentin. And you can join our White Sox mobile group to receive exclusive offers and chances to win great prizes like autographed jerseys and baseballs. Just text keyword SOX to Shy Sox 244-769 to enter to win an autographed Paul Konerko baseball. Standard text and data rates apply. Visit whitesox.com for official rules. This should be third double play turn by the Mariners tonight. And that'll retire the side. So we have 5 in the books, leading 5-2. Is on demand with Xfinity TV from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Tom Figgins leads off here in the top of the 6th inning. He is 1 for 2, had a beautiful bunt single.
You can save yourself a lot of grief this inning by keeping one of their speediest runners off base to lead it off.
And the count very quickly, 0-2. A beautiful bunt single last night. Gordon's going to suck it up. And
Freddie's settled down since that bunt by Figgins. Nobody's gotten up.
9 in a row. And here's Kachman. He's 1 for 1. RBI double in the first. A sacrifice fly in the third. Breaking ball strike. That ball hit hard into left field. And it's off Harold Baines and Luke Apple. Kochman picks up his 13th double, second of the evening.
Kochman's had a good night tonight.
Well, he's doing what left-handed hitters should do against Freddie. The way he's getting his hang time and laying back is he's just going to beat him to left, left center. And all three of his balls have been hit off.
He hit a long way from left center field.
Guys who don't overpower you, you have much better chances of beating him to the opposite field. Gutierrez takes strike one. 28,483. And that's a broken bat, little flare in the center field. Alex gets to it, gets it back in.
For the moment, this is a break because after shattering the bat, there's no way that Alex Rios is going to get this ball. It was hit exactly off the end of the bat. I mean, he doesn't even come close to getting it. Kochman probably figures 3 runs down. He's not going to get doubled up. He's not possessed of great speed.
So some trouble brewing here in the 6th inning. 1 out, runners at the corners, and here's Michael Saunders, who's grounded to short and gone out to right. That's the way Kochman reacted right there. He had no idea where Rios was playing.
Nope. Because that ball was a good 30 or 40 feet in front of Alex when it hit.
That's almost a lost art, and it's unbelievable to me. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Guys not turning around and knowing where all the guys are on every pitch.
Checking the outfielder. That's the last thing that you've got to do as a base runner. Know where your outfielders are. And the count 2-0. Outfield straight up. And there's a base hit. So Kochman's going to score. Gutierrez going to make the turn. He's going to go in third. And it's a 5-3 ball game now with still 1 out, runners at the corners.
Saunders drives in run number 26. Drills it through the right side. Good speed on the part of Gutierrez gets him into third easily.
So here's Smoke. He is grounded to short, and he is grounded with a broken bat grounder to Kotsay. Fastball off the plate.
And it appears that the bullpen's going to start to work. Freddie has had a habit of getting double play ground balls in situations like these.
And there's a fastball strike.
Tony Pena loosening in the pen.
There goes the runner. And no chance.
So he picks up his third stolen base.
Five 8-0 for our Sox, 3-7-0 for their Mariners, but they have ducks on the pond and just one out. Ready? You got to bow your neck right here, buddy. And the count 3-1. Got Josh Wilson on deck. High pop-up. Alexei, 2 down.
Particularly big out when a ground ball to the right side gets you a run. And Smoke, with an uppercut swing, pops it straight up.
That ball had some good movement on it. Now Ozzie out.
Looking toward that pen, hasn't made the motion yet. Many times he goes out there and asks Freddie how he's feeling. But he's made 93 pitches. I didn't see Ozzie throw away his gum, and that usually means that he's going to leave whoever it is in.
So here's Wilson. He was hit by a pitch and he popped up to center. Takes it off the outside corner. Outfield straight up. Quentin a little shallow out there and right. And that is cued right off the end of the bat to even the count at 1. Two balls and a strike for the 29-year-old infielder. Out in front, Lee Tinsley does a little hop, skip, and a jump right there. So the count 2-2 with 2 down and ducks on the pond. He gone. And that'll retire the side. They pick up 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, leading by 2.
rookie record for most home runs in a season? And the answer, Alvin Davis. 27 home runs in 1984, AL Rookie of the Year. For a team that had Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez. Alvin Davis is the answer. We've had a lot of good young players.
Good left-handed hitter, Alvin Davis. And here we go to the bottom of the sixth with Kotsay to lead it off. He is 0 for 2. Takes it right there for strike one. He's gone out to right and grounded to second. And that's a can of corn for Gutierrez. One out, and that'll bring up Alexei. He started off that 4-run third with a ground ball in the hole that Jack Wilson made an outstanding effort trying to get him and just couldn't do it. Wilson's going to get him again.
Here's our Xfinity high defining moment. And it came on a blast off the bat of Ramon Castro, his second hit of the night. His 4th home run of the year, his 12th driven in. And the Xfinity high defining moment.
And he also figured prominently in that 3rd inning when he, after Alexei reached, rifled a single down into the left field corner. A 1-strike pitch. 1-1 to count with Beckham on deck.
Ramon has played in 19 games. He's driven in 12 runs. And that's great production out of your backup catcher. J.J. Putz loosening in the bullpen.
4 home runs is not bad either in 19 games. And that's foul back, and that'll be out of play. So he's hitting .321. The 2-2 pitch. It's full. That ball hit way back. He looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yes. Yes. Number 5. For Castro, and it's a 6-3 Sox lead. Mercy!
He killed that one. 3 for 3, 2 home runs, 2 driven in, 3 scored. Our Ford home run replay, a low fastball. Well, you could hear this ball off the bat just rocket out of the park.
And there's a base hit. Gordon 2 for 2 now with a walk and a run scored. Don't stop now, boys.
A lot of production out of 8 and 9 in the batting order. Together, Castro and Beckham are 5 for 5 with 3 extra base hits.
Let's watch it from center field again. Let's look at Chris Seddon. Watch it. Let's watch the pitcher. Watch his head. That sound is not deceiving.
Nope. Rick Adair comes out to have a word with him. Well, we have heard that Minnesota has made a deal. And Minnesota, who did not get Cliff Lee after they went after him, apparently got Matt Capps, the closer from the Washington Nationals, in exchange for minor league catcher Wilson Ramos. Ramos was going to be a principal in the Cliff Lee deal, but when Texas decided to put Smoke in the deal, that's when Seattle traded him to Texas. So that's going to help the Twins.
Here's Juan Pierre. On a big bases loaded double back in the third. Knocked in a pair. He now has 23. Outfield short, swung around to the left. Nice gap out there in right center. Long set by Sedden. Fakes the bunt. Quicker on that one. Jim Cottish light. And the count 2-0. Three and nothing. Vizquel, the on deck hitter.
Olsen loosening up in the bullpen. Another left-hander.
Not even close. Ball 4.
So after 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning, Sedden has run into some difficulties.
Sedden has thrown 2 tonight, and both of them, neither one I should say, has been a cheap.
And that's going to be it for Chris Sedden.
Don Wakamatsu coming out of spring training. A lot of people picked the Mariners because of that pitching staff. And it has not worked out because of the offense. Not because of the pitching, because of the offense. So Sedden will depart. And we'll be back. Join Blackhawks Mobile and be entered to win a VIP Training Camp Festival experience on September 18th. That's camps. Just 242-957 for 2 free tickets, VIP seating during the Blackhawks scrimmages, and a player meet and greet. Can't beat that.
And Alexis pursuing perfection called to the pen is Garrett Olson. He comes out for the 17th time, 0.3 ERA, a tick under 5. Better against the right-handers than the left-handers, which would ball up a good off-speed pitch. And he will turn around Omar, who will hit from the right side.
Omar 2 for 3 with an RBI. Outfield straight up. Gutierrez very short in center. Two on, two out, one in. A change up down and the count 2-0. And there's a base hit. They're going to wave him around. Throw is blocked by Wilson. As Omar knocks in his second run of the ball game, Beckham scores, and it is 7-3.
20 runs batted in for Vizquel. 3 singles tonight as he takes this one to the left side. Mariners would have had an out on this play had Josh Wilson been able to handle the relay throw. They wouldn't have had Beckham at the plate, but they would have had Ron at third.
Don't stop now, boys, as here's Alex. He's 0 for 3. He's chomping. He is due, and he knows it. He did not go. Last time up went out deep to center. Pick him up right here. 51. He's got the catbird seat with Konechny on deck. As you're just tuning in, Tigers were beaten 4-2 by Tampa Bay this afternoon. Minnesota is off today. Get out of here. Get out of here. Trying to come back. Trying to come back. And it does. Dadgummit. Anyway, Sox pick up 2. We'll go to the 7th leading 7-3.
In their 11th home game in a row. The last streak of 11-plus games was 13 games from July 1st through August 5th, way back in 1989. This is a pretty good solid streak at home. And we got J.J. Putz coming in the game, working on his scoreless streak on for the 38th time. 5-2 record, 1.42 ERA. Right-handers hitting nothing. Left-handers hitting a little bit better. But the opponents at 170 is remarkable.
Johnson, Wilson, and Ichiro. Johnson 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. So Freddie once again gets us into the 7th, giving up 3 runs or less.
Wasn't a great performance, but it was good enough.
It was a stony performance. Big stones.
Yep. With the stuff he had tonight, he was able to maintain and wiggle out of a few real tough situations.
Omar makes his little hop right there. 1 out. Now Freddie, he's something.
Last inning, he had to make a couple of great pitches to get out of that 6th inning. Because they had already scored 1. They had 2 on. Knocking at the door in scoring position. And he gets a pop-up and a strikeout and gets out of it. And then his teammates reward him with 2 more.
7-11-0 for us, 3-7-0 for them. And here's Jack Wilson, who has gone out to right and he has gone out to center. Well, Freddie Garcia is not afraid of anything. The last thing he's afraid of is a bat.
Well, he didn't walk anybody, and you can give up more hits than innings pitched if you just don't put anybody on.
Gap out there in left center. Sox trying to win their 11th consecutive game here at home in 18 of the last 19. There's a bullet back through the middle. So the 1-out single will bring Ichiro, who is 2 for 3, 2 doubles and 2 runs scored, to the plate. Outfield shading him around to the left. And he pours that fastball at 94 right down the heart. Ichiro has faced JJ 1 time. He's 0 for 1. And the count 0-2.
That time he was late on an inside fastball, which is most unusual for him.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for something else.
He's one of the few guys that can actually look for a breaking ball or a splitter and get the bat out. Those are guys who are just going to look fastball because they can't hit the other pitches.
And maybe get a base hit on. High 1-2. Bottom of the 6th in Texas. Rangers leading Oakland 5-3. Texas trying to open up a 8.5 game lead in the West. And that is a shame.
7.5, and they're still adding players.
Yeah, Buddy called me yesterday and said he didn't know who, but they were close to picking up another hitter. I said, hitter? He said, yeah. Turned out to be a good one. And another souvenir. Come to the game where Ichiro's playing. You want to make sure you get your seats on the third base dugout that side.
And if you can get here early enough, you can watch a guy put on a show in batting practice that doesn't resemble the guy who hits in the game.
Watch out. Well, as I said, there's not one guy in this league that I would bet on against Ichiro in a home run hitting contest.
Well, you can see when he wants to, and we watched him here, watched him in Seattle. I saw him hit 8 balls in a row way back in Seattle for home runs. I mean, no doubters. And he made it look easy.
Just got a piece of that one. Well, I'm not going to say he can go up on the concourse, but I'm going to say that in right field, but I'm going to say he can come close.
Unfortunately, we don't see a whole lot of those swings from him. He does have 3 home runs.
Well, he's one of the most amazing players I've ever seen. DJ, Aaron Jackson, Ed Palmer's partner over the radio, told me about him the year before he came over here. Another one fouled away. He said then, there's a guy on the Japan Hawks that's come over here next year. He said he's faster than anybody in the major leagues right now. Probably got a better arm than anybody in the major leagues right now. And he hit one all the way out of this one stadium. I forget the name of the stadium. Said he can hit it as far as anybody. And that's into left center field. 1. No, can't do it. Dadgummit. So that's going to break J.J. Putz's streak of consecutive scoreless appearances. It's going to stop it at 27. Ichiro with his 3rd double, fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. But more importantly, right here, it made it a 7-4 ball game.
High fastball. And this one, Ichiro drives again over the head of Juan Pierre.
The first 2 we have seen him do that to since he's been in the Mariner uniform. So here's Figgins. Tries to bunt it, pops it, fouls it back. Seven, 11-0 for us, 4-9-0 for them. And the count 0-2. That one downstairs. Figgins that bunt single back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3. You got Kochman on deck, who's 2 for 2. He's got 2 doubles tonight to go along with the sacrifice fly. 2-2. And Putz throwing a lot of pitches here. Ichiro just rode him hard, net at bat.
This is a most unusual inning for JJ because he's been 3 up, 3 down on the overwhelming majority of his streak. About to deliver his 19th pitch. That one just missed Figgins. Did the right thing, turned inside. A lot of guys don't do that these days.
It's an exception.
That's the way you should get out of the way of it.
Yeah. So payoff pitch. There goes Ichiro. And he walks him. So the tying run will come to the plate. Ichiro now with 24 stolen bases. So he had him 0-2 and loses him.
Don Cooper on the phone. Juan Nieves answering the call, and that means that Matt Thornton, I believe, will be up in the pen.
That was a great streak that JJ had, setting the White Sox franchise record with 27 consecutive scoreless appearances. But right now, we got to try to win a ball game. You got to bow your neck right here, JJ. As that's going to score another one, and Figgins goes to second. Well, it's a 7-5 game.
Third wild pitch of the year for JJ. And Ramon doesn't shift on the ball. He tries to backhand it. Normally you want to move over and get that one in the middle of your body and knock it down.
Fouls that one back. And the count evens at 1. Somebody better, in this case, Alexei better hang out around, or Figgins is going to steal third.
Right now, with nobody paying much attention to him, and Beckham playing Kochman as a bit of a pull hitter, he's not going to get near the bag. The only guy that can get near the bag is Alexei.
That's why he's got to hang out around him. And try to deke him at all. Something. All three of Kochman at bats. He's gone to left center. That fastball up high, 2-1. Mariners right back in this ball game.
Tonight they've been doing something that they haven't done all year, which is driving in runs with runners in scoring position. Getting base hits. Done well this evening.
A little tardy right there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Funny thing about Kochman, sometimes you watch him play, and he can, in count situations, he can turn a 30-30 around. Other times, he's got a slider speed bat. That's why he's been an enigma since he's come into this league. He gone. 2 down.
Looked like he threw a splitter to him, and Kochman was guessing the express. That one just drops over the plate. Came over the plate above the knee. Good call by Jerry Lane.
Well, how long has it been since you've seen any series, be a 3-game series, but this especially being a 4-game series, there has not been one beef with an umpire from a hitter or pitcher on the base paths, nothing.
Nope.
It's been a long time.
Especially when you consider that last night they wound up having to go with 3 umpires, and that means a lot more shifting.
So here's Gutierrez. Pops him up. But they're going to put a pair on the board, and we're in the 7th inning stretch. We still lead it 7-5. Garrett Olson. Fastball high and wide. And just tuning in, 28,483 on a beautiful, beautiful evening here in the beautiful city. Pulls the string on him. Good motion. And the count 1-1.
Olson has a good changeup. Makes his fastball, which is less than overpowering, look a little faster.
Two and 1 to count. Outfield straight up for Pauly. Pauly 0 for 1, couple of walks. As I mentioned, he has homered in the first 3 games of this series. And they get 4. Way back. You can put it on the board. Yeah. A ball by Pauly, and it's 8-5. Mercy.
No cheapies tonight. The 3rd home run of the evening. 25 and 71 on the power numbers for Paul Konerko, our 4th home run replay. It's another changeup. He threw 3 in a row, and the 3rd one went way out of here.
3rd time in his career he has homered in 4 consecutive games. And here's Quentin. Don't stop now, boys. Carlos 1 for 3.
Seventh home run against the Mariners. I'd probably like to move into the West.
There, way back. Saunders looks up. You can put it on the board. Yeah. Yeah. Back-to-backs by Canerco and Clinton, and it is 9-3.
Ford home run replay, and this is a curveball that doesn't curve.
Yeah, it did.
That one went way back there.
9-5 ball game. Here's Kotze. He's into center field. 1 out. It did curve. Coming down. Boy, 2 bombs right there, back to back. So Alexei, he's 1 for 3. That's an exciting way to get those 2 runs back.
And quickly.
That didn't take long. Alexei started off that 4-run third with a base hit. And that's lined in the left field. Saunders is there. And that's out number 2. And it'll bring it for Ramon Castro in the third. He's single. That was a big hit at the time. And then in the fourth, poof. And then in the sixth, poof.
Boys are taking turns hitting him farther than the next guy.
Takes ball 1.
Olson's now given up 5 home runs in 23 innings.
And that is back right side. Sox now with 117, so that's $11,700 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursula. All that money going to White Sox charities. That strike. And count 1-2. Lays off that one. Beckham on deck. He's 2 for 2 tonight. A double, a single, a couple of runs scored. That ball smoked into center field. It's going to hang up enough. Boy, there's a hang whooping for Castro. But back-to-back homers by Canerco and Clinton will go to the 8th meeting, 9-5. JJ come out. Throw some pitches, giving Eric Threets some more time to loosen up down in that bullpen. So JJ will depart. Threets comes on, and we'll be back. For the remainder of the season. Full season, weekday, and weekend plans offer great seat locations, savings off the individual ticket price, and the opportunity, here's a big one, the opportunity to purchase 2010 postseason tickets. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Eric Threets comes into the game. On for the 8th time. He does not have an ERA. What he does have is a new right fielder. Andrew Jones comes in the game defensively.
And then one strike pitch to Michael Saunders. Foul back. Michael's 1 for 3 with an RBI. 8th inning in Texas. 7-3 Rangers over Oakland. Of course, the A's will be coming to town tomorrow night to open up that 3-game weekend set to close out this homestand. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. Daniel Hudson against Brett Anderson. On Saturday, Johnny Danks against Dallas Braden. And on Sunday, Gavin Floyd against Gio Gonzalez. Friday and Saturday's game will be right here on Comcast Sportsnet, and Sunday's game over WGN. And then it's on the road again. 3 in Detroit and 4 in Baltimore. But check that. 4 in Detroit.
That split doubleheader on Tuesday.
What about this? There's a nice play by Beckham. Pulls him off the bag.
Well, Gordon's real unhappy with himself because once you do the hard part, you've got to get up and get it in the neighborhood of first. He was able to dive out on the grass, make the catch. Saunders has pretty good speed going up the line. Now this is the hard part. Throws it wide of the bag. And no chance at all for Mark Kotsay. Gordon is real happy with himself, but that's a base hit all the way.
So here's the switch hitting DH tonight. Justin Smoke. One and one to count.
David Aardsma starting to loosen in the pen. He's got 18 saves this year. He's the closer for these Mariners.
And take your time, boys. You got plenty of it. Rack them up. 2 down.
And Gordon got upset because he double clutched. And Saunders was able to get a good piece of it. We'll watch it again. There's the throw, and Gordon can't corral it right away, and then he gets hit hard on the knee. And it was that bobble that cost him a whole lot of contact.
He's still upset about that.
I know
that throw.
I know he is.
As he should be. That's the way you get better. So that is the 101st double play turn by the Sox. And there's a strike. Josh Wilson, who is 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch, popped up to center, and struck out. A big strikeout by Freddie to end the 6th inning. And a reminder, Saturday, August 14th, 6:05, Sox against the Tigers. First 20,000 adults age 21 and over will receive a beer vendor bobblehead presented by Miller Lite. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. Ate him up right there. Nice inning for Eric Treats. Big time. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th leading, 9-5.
And it came back in the 3rd inning. Runners at 1st and 3rd, nobody out. The pitch out, the 2nd in a row called. And they've got to watch Ichiro at 3rd. Got Figgins in a rundown. And eventually Gordon Beckham is going to tag him. There's a 2-6-3-4 on the putout. That's our All-State good hands play. And David Artsma comes out for the 36th time. See his record at 0-6. Successful 18 of 22 save appearances. The ERA up there. Gets right-hand hitters out much better than the lefties.
So here's Beckham. He's 2 for 2. He has walked, doubled, single, scored twice. He has faced Ardsma one time before. He's 0 for 1. That one at 95 and the count 0-2. Nine 13-0 for our guys, 5-10-0 for their guys.
Scott Lionbrink throwing into pen.
One out.
That was a good, solid 8th inning for Eric Threets. Gave up the base hit.
Big time.
Double play. And another ground ball to get out of it. Threets is slowly easing his way into being one of those pitchers you're going to put in games when you're ahead late.
One hopper. Wilson, 2 down. And here's Omar. Omar's had a big night. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Hartman's been around for a while. He's still only 28 years old. He's a good guy. You know, David?
I remember him over on the other side of town.
He's a good guy.
Well, he's got a lot out of his career. I mean, he was the guy who came up with San Francisco and always had a rocket for an arm. The fastball was always overwhelming, but his problem was he couldn't spot it.
And it was the only thing he had.
And that was it.
Yeah, he was a good teammate while he was here with us. One of those guys you pull for, except when he's out there in the bump against us.
I believe that deal, wasn't it, Ardsma for Neil Kotz? I think that was the deal.
Yeah, I believe it was. Omar can't get it. And the count 1-2. Way high. Alex Rios on deck. Alex likes to get a shot at Hartman. He's juiced him a couple of times.
Right now, he'd like to get a shot at anybody.
He'd be chomping at the bit as that's out of play.
Two guys have had rough nights. Alex and Mark Kotze.
Well, you knew Kotze was in for tough.
Unfortunately, yes, I did. I'm going to have to change prognosticators. My designated picker is in a slump.
Here's the 2-2. It's full.
There's Alex. 0 for 4, grounding into 2 double plays.
And that's top foul. Oakland hitting in the top of the ninth, trailing Texas 7-3. That's ball 4. Here comes Alex. Alex 3 for 7 with a double and 2 long ones off David. And that's a chop foul. And a reminder, the White Sox are competing against other Major League Baseball teams for a $200,000 Pepsi Refresh grant. Their idea is to supply much-needed school supplies to participants of the Inner City Youth Baseball Program. So to vote, go to MLB.com/Pepsi Refresh or text White Sox to 76462. And he throws it away.
Well, Omar decided to go. David Ardsma was able to recognize as somebody yelled he's going to step back off the rubber. Then he shot-putted one over Figgins' head. Wow. John Figgins playing him too low. Has the ball going to center field. Ask a Major League pitcher to throw one 30 feet. And he throws it to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That ball hit hard into right field. Not hard enough. Ichiro is there, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the ninth, leading by 4. Coming up tonight at the US Cellular White Sox postgame live, we'll have a full report as the Bears report to camp. Plus, a complete Sox recap and the latest from the trade front. So join Mark Shanowski and Chris Bowden for Sports Night, presented by Dex, tonight at the postgame live, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Scott Linebrink comes in the game at 1-0, ERA 4.78, on for the 30th time. Got a 4-run lead with 3 outs to get. Garcia, Puts, Threats, and now Linebrink. Kevin Hickey has a souvenir on top of his head. Or a flamingo has passed by.
So here's Ryan Longerhans. Hitting for Rob Johnson, who was 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch strike. This afternoon, Tampa Bay beat the Tigers 4-2. David Price. That's fouled back to our left. Texas now with an 8.5-game lead over the Athletics, 9-game lead over the Angels.
Well, Texas is shoring themselves up for what they believe one way or the other is going to be a run into the playoffs.
He gone. 1 out. And that'll bring up Jack Wilson. They beat Oakland tonight 7-4. So the A's are going to board their charter. Come on up here to this beautiful city. And we'll tee it up tomorrow night, first of 3 over the weekend with the Athletics. Daniel Hudson against Brett Anderson. Make your plans to be with us right here at beautiful US Cellular Field. There's strike 1. And the count 0-2. Good try, just missed. As we talked about earlier, this has been, as you take another look at this closer, long time since you've seen a series that's just off the plate where there has not been one beef with an umpire from a hitter, a pitcher, a manager, or anything on the base paths. Juan Pierre with this can of corn.
One out to go for 11 in a row.
So kudos to this umpiring crew. Jerry Lane, Mike Michelinski, Hunter Wendelstedt, and Brian Runge. And we hope Brian's okay. He took a hard foul tip off his mask last night.
Corey Blazer took his place tonight, and he was out at second base.
So here's Ichiro, 3 for 4, 3 doubles, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. No walks, 2-0. And the count's ready. Come back and get him. Fine. There's one. And that's into center field. When this ball comes down, this ball game will be over. So the Sox sweep the Mariners in this 4-game set. They win the opener 6-1 behind a wonderful performance by Johnny Danks. They win game 2 11-0. A wonderful performance by Gavin Floyd. Then last night the bullpen was just outstanding. Sox came back from a 5-1 deficit to win at 6-5. And tonight, 9-5, they win at Stone Pony.
Well, they came back from 2-0 down, and tonight the pitching wasn't as dominant as it has been, but the offense came to play as they hit 4 balls out of the ballpark, 2 by Ramon Castro, and it was a great series all the way around, and the streak at home continues.
11 games. And 18 out of the last 19. That's pretty stout.
That's some play. It's about everything going right. When the Sox have fallen behind, they've been able to overcome it. When they haven't hit the ball out of the park, they've played great defense and good small ball. When that part doesn't work quite as well, then they do hit home runs. So with everything going the way it should at this point, they have a 1.5-game lead over the Twins as we head into the weekend.
And a 6-game lead over the Tigers. And right now let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the catcher, Ramon Castro, a big single back in that 3rd inning when the Sox put 4 on the board. He homered in the 4th. He homered in the 6th, and then he hit a line shot right to Gutierrez in center. Ramon Castro, our GMC player of the game. Right now, let's go down on the field with Sarah Kustok.
Thank you. I am Sarah Kustok here in front of the White Sox dugout with Gordon Beckham. Gordon, today you had your 12th multi-base hit in the last 16 games. You've really started to get hot at the plate. What's been the key for you lately?
Just getting better pitches to hit. The whole offense is going well, so it's a lot easier to hit when everybody else is hitting. So it's been a good run for everybody.
You talk about everyone. Ramon Castro has 2 home runs tonight. Paul Konerko, Carlos Quinn, everyone seems to really be rolling. How much does that help when you've got such a connection at the plate with all of your teammates?
Well, when everybody's going, we're always scoring. So it's always nice to have people on base. And when you got people on base, you got a better chance to score. So it's nice. I mean, it's even nice when they hit home runs. Nobody has to even drive them in. So it's been good.
11th straight win here at home for you guys. You sweep Seattle in these last 2 games. You've come from behind. What does that say about the character of this team?
Well, to come from where we were at the beginning of the year and then come back and now we're winning the division it's nice, and it's nice to come and play at U.S. Cellular in front of all the fans here in Chicago, and we really appreciate it.
All right, Gordon, thanks so much. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.
Let's send it back upstairs.
All right, thank you very much. Final totals for our Sox: 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. We left 6. For the Mariners, 5, 10, 1. They left 5. Freddie Garcia picks up his 10th victory of the season. He's 10-4. And what a job he has done for us. So to my partner, Stone Pony, Steve Stone, our director, Jim Andrew, our producer, Todd Benjaminson, our associate producer, Dave Ross, our technical manager, Mark Harper, the executive producer, Jim Corno Jr., and for the man who runs this booth, the mayor, Mean Joe Groove, also up here with us. Mike Mayer, Frank D'Amato, Jeff Hilbert. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.